No, we don't clean up. We don't clean up. We mean up.
Yeah. So we are here. Want to say hello to everybody. You are listening to Blues and Funk Legends with T.C. Coleman and Sir Waldo. Right now we have our brother Larry as a special guest, and we got another brother coming.
That makes you wanna get on down. When I feel the rhythm, I can't stay in my seat now. I got to get on up, clap my hands, and stomp my feet. Hey, look at here, the blues, baby, they named it rock and roll. I like mine with a whole lot of soul. The blues, they named it rock and roll, but I like mine with a whole lot of soul. Yeah, that's the funky blues. John, come in with that bass. Say what? Good God. Y'all, the blues, they named it rock and roll. I like mine with a whole lot of soul. The blues, baby, they named it rock and roll, but I like mine with a whole lot of soul. The blues, baby, they named it rock and roll, but I like mine with a whole lot of soul. The blues, baby, they named it rock and roll. I like mine. That's what I'm talking about.
Coleman, welcome to Blues and Funk Legends. How the hell y'all doing? Thank you very much. Well, Tony Coleman,
yes, sir.
You're for quiet, son.
Well, you got to be the one doing all the talking. I'm trying to take a new leaf from being.
Well, see, I'm talking now while I got a chance, because I know after a while I ain't gonna be able to say shit because your mouth. See, right now you eating on something. You're always eating something. See, you're always eating something.
Hey man, you know I
always supposed to be on a diet. See, you always supposed to be on a diet. You ain't gonna tell me that you eating on no damn health food. You ain't gonna tell me that. But anyway, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are here to not entertain you, but we are here to let Brother Larry and Joe Louis Walker. Where Joe is? Wait a minute. See, Joe is he's doing what y'all people normally do, as come late. So it's one of
You're on Jamaica time right now.
Larry, how you doing, man? How you doing, Larry?
I'm doing good, man. Thanks for having me. I'm hanging in here. Down in Houston, in the next room, we got a mold mitigator because our house got zapped in this freeze and stuff. So we just
wait a minute. You got what?
What they call a mold mitigator.
Mold.
Yeah, man. We had some busted pipes in the house, so our kitchen is looks like a crime scene.
Maybe you better send the picture to Donald Trump. Oh,
no, I ain't even gonna go there. It's been too nice having him gone to mention the devil by name.
Man,
it's been so nice.
I refuse to say that name. I refuse to even say that name anymore. I'm done with that name.
Yeah.
Hey, he probably wouldn't have won in the first place if he hadn't voted for him the first time. But anyway, Larry, tell us a little bit about what's going on in your life, man. What you do, where you come from, and all that kind of stuff. I heard that you a Grammy Award winner and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I'm living a life, man. I've been blessed. I get to do what I enjoy doing, and live indoors. You know, so that's the grand slam for me. I play bass. I produce records. I tour. I'm finishing an album for Taj Mahal right now. I've been working with Taj for about 28 years. So the drummer and I are producing his new record, and we got it. You know, it's mixed and ready to start mastering. So, you know, thankful for that one. We've been working on that for a while. I also tour and work with a young lady named Ruthie Foster. And I don't know if you've met her yet or heard.
Who? Her name is what?
Ruthie Foster.
No.
Ruthie's badass.
She's beautiful. Yeah. Tell her I love her. Tell her I miss seeing her. And the next time I see y'all, I'm gonna poison the drummer, whoever is getting sick. I play with y'all.
Well, you know the drummer, Brandon Temple.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. I won't poison him. I'll just tie him up and
rough him up a little bit. So, Waldo, that's what I'm doing now, man. Getting those albums finished. Looking forward to getting back to touring. I do sessions with people. I tour with people. Tony Coleman and I have, you know, Taj Mahal and B.B. King did a lot of traveling together.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, some of the most fun summers of my life were we did these package tours that were sponsored by Southern Comfort. And
Comfort.
Yeah, and the three acts on the tour were Taj Mahal, B.B. King, and Parliament Funkadelic. So wait.
B.B. King,
Taj
Mahal,
yeah,
and George Clinton.
Yes.
So that's like saying you're gonna have to smoke some shit before you walk in the door, because you're gonna be totally confused when you come out that motherfucker. Man, that's a whole lot of different music. Man, that's a lot of different music.
Yeah, but it was fun, man. You know, and hearing these cats every night, man. Hearing BB and Tony every night, man. You know, I mean, everybody admires B and everyone knows what he stood for, man. But you have all these great guitarists who come out and everybody would play a million notes. I mean, acclaimed guitarists, renowned guitarists. And B's band would come out and they'd play this up-tempo jazz thing, and B would come out and hit one note. It was done. You know what I mean? Just that soulful. That's how soulful he was. He could hit that one note and you go, okay, it's done.
Yeah.
I'm cool. I'm fine. You know,
That's
so that's started Tony and I getting to hang out together and know each other.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for that, but
Waldo.
oh Lord, what? Oh,
Waldo.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to be nice. I'm sorry.
Look here. We got a signal. Remember, we got a signal. Okay, so audience, if whoever watching, first of all, the idea when I talk to Waldo, the idea for this is to not be like, you know, most interviews where people are acting all polite and trying to show you the best sides of themselves. You know, we want you to see the real sides, the dirty sides, the nasty sides, the didn't brush your teeth in the morning side. And you're doing a good job of pissing me off right now, Waldo, because, you know, you are the one that used to be telling me to be nice, and now you being an asshole right now with my friend Larry, trying to make me be the bad guy, and I'm trying to be nice. You're trying to pull me out. But I ain't coming out.
Oh, see, me and Larry had a little chat before you got on the air, and I found out a few things about you. See, yeah.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying. So unless you want me to go public, you better just shut the fuck up. Anyway, what's the weather down there in Houston, man?
This is about as nice as it gets. It's in the 80s. There's no mosquitoes yet. It's safe to go outside. You know, Houston's gonna get to a point where if you got to get everything done by like 10:30 in the morning, and then you go back in the house because it's gonna smoke your ass the rest of the day, and you go out again 5:30 or 6 when the sun starts going down. Other than that, man, you just let the utilities companies plug into your veins and take whatever amount of blood they want to keep your shit on.
I hate that part, but I'm jealous of both of y'all because y'all in the sunshine and heat. It's cold in the motherfucker here. I just want to tell you.
That's what it does in Germany. You knew that.
2 days ago, it was fucking snowing. The week before, it was nice, sunny, warm. Then the following week, it just started snowing again. Snow for a couple of days. And now it's cold again. The next week is supposed to be warmer again. Warmer.
Hey, Larry.
Yeah, man.
You spent a lot of time in Austin, Texas, right?
Yeah, I lived there for 7 years.
You remember Antone's, right?
I was in the Antone's house band. Yes, indeed, for 7 years.
You remember Mel Brown? You remember Mel Brown being there, right?
Mel left like within months of me coming there.
Oh, okay.
So when I got to see Mel, he was up in Kitchener.
Yeah.
In Ontario, I think that's where he moved to.
Yeah, we did a tour, and we got to Kitchener, and they treated Mel Brown so good, he jumped ship on us. He said, I ain't coming back.
That's a nice place, man. I don't blame him.
He said, I'm staying in Canada. I ain't never coming back to the U.S. again. I'm done. I'm here. And that's where he lived until he died.
He's a legend there, man. There's I don't know if it's in the city hall or some prominent city building they have on display in a trophy case. One of his shirt and tie and stuff. You know, I guess, you know, Mel was just a very dapper cat.
Yeah.
But
I used to play with Mel with Bobby Blue Bland with him. He and Wayne Bennett on the stage together. Boy, that was killer, boy.
Oh man. The Austin I got to, I had Hubert Sumlin, you know, I know you, and Clarence Holloman.
Yeah.
Clarence? those were the two elders, man. You know, I mean, and what better elders to have? I mean, you had, Jimmy Vaughn and Denny Freeman, who's the king of Austin guitar, but him and Derek O'Brien. To me, I mean, I love the Vaughn brothers, but Derek and Denny, that's awesome guitar to me, man.
Derek is a quiet blues assassin.
Yeah. No, Tony's not exaggerating at all, man. But he will not leave Austin. There's people that have begged him to go on tour. Taj, we begged him to go on tour. Stevie begged him to go out as his second guitar player. Mick Jagger formed his own band. He offered Derek whatever it would take for him just to say, "I'll do it," and he won't.
Wow.
Tony's right, man. He's a bad man.
Wow. Yeah, I played Antones with man, it's been a long time ago, in the 80s. No, in the 90s. No, in the 80s, with a cat named Johnny Reno, sax player.
He might have been before my time. So I moved there in '92.
Okay.
And the guys I got drafted into the house then just by Clifford and Susan Antone finding out I was there, and they started putting my name in advertisements before they even asked me. My wife said, "You playing an Antone Saturday?" No. You better look at the newspaper.
Oh yes, you are.
Yeah.
Wow, that's cool. That's cool, man. Yeah, I've been checking out some of your videos and stuff and everything.
We lost TC. What, did he get deported? What happened to him?
I don't know. It says his device was disconnected, so he got a.
So we talk shit on him now, right?
Hell, he can be here. I still talk shit. I don't know what happened. But he'll come back. Tony's always in the car. See, so I told him to go get this mobile router, and I don't know if he got it or not. But evidently he didn't.
Since he ain't here, I'll tell the truth on him. He's bad.
Come on.
He's bad man. This is a drum playing human being, and one of the funniest motherfuckers I've ever met in my life. And there he is. See,
Tony Coleman.
You talking shit on me.
Yeah. Boy, Larry's a lying motherfucker. You know that? I don't even know the guy, but I already know you're a liar.
Did he say that he liked you? He's lying if he said that.
No, but he said you was a good drummer, so that's good. and said you was funny. You ain't funny worth a damn. You ugly.
Waldo, listen. That guy right there is one of the most amazing bass players ever, man. Smooth. He plays bass, baby. Bass. He reminds me of the bass players with James Brown that play bass, man. He can funk, he can do all that stuff, but he's a round bass note playing man. That's bass player. That's a bass, as Albert King used to call good bass players, man, he's a good bass plunker. That's a bass plunker right there, man. He's a bass plunker. I like him. He plunks that, he be plunking that bass. That's a bass player right there, man. I mean, I'm talking about his bass is warm. He got tone in there, baby. And a lot of bass players need to listen to Larry, man. Larry know how to play the bass. I mean, it's the key to playing bass like James Jamerson and cats like that. Got bass, man. If you want a real bass man,
Thank you.
Well, if I was over in there, if I was over there, they would allow me to come back, but
that ain't gonna happen. We don't want you back over here. Don't come back. No.
Between COVID and all that shit y'all going through over there, I think I just stay here in cold for a minute,
Hey man, we got passports. Bring us over.
I don't want to know. I mean, you coming might be all right, but for other people, I ain't too sure about it.
No, man. See, Germany ain't been invaded in a good long time, so bring us both at the same time. Germany's always invading other people. Bring us. We'll invade. Yep, mine's somewhere around here, and I had both shots. Let's go. Let's do this.
Oh, you don't have both shots. Oh, y'all want to do the passport thing? All right. Okay, go on. Go ahead and do it. Passport. All right. Yeah. Yeah.
You ain't got that though. But you ain't got this one.
No, I ain't got that shit. I ain't too sure about that. I really ain't too sure about it.
I ain't worried about no side effects because I am a side effect.
This is true. That's probably why it ain't affecting you.
Hey.
Man, to
but
me,
you got yours, Larry.
Yeah, man, I had them both. To me, it's about getting back to work. You know what I mean, and taking care of other people, and my family need me. So I need to be healthy. I mean, I had the polio vaccine, I had the smallpox vaccine, and them I didn't have no choice. They just come out and grab your little black ass up. I was school one day and said, they ain't even warn you. Hey, get in line.
You remember before we could travel in Europe, before we could, when every country in Europe you had to go through and sign your passports, get a stamp. We had to get shots, all these shots before you even travel.
Right. You sure did. It's been so long ago, hell damn, I forgot about that.
And don't mention going to Africa. They'd have you ask 2 days worth of shots.
Ooh-wee.
Yeah. 14, 15 shots. It's like,
Yeah. Hey, man, how long have you been working with Taj now, Larry? How long y'all been working together?
28 years.
Oh, right on.
How long did you work with BB? I mean, I know you were 30, 40 years.
It was 32 years.
But y'all was serious. Y'all would do 300 shows a year.
Went up to 320 a couple times.
That's what I mean. Y'all were legends. I mean, we were pussies. BB
was, when BB finally got his organization really got it together, BB took care of us. We got half salary when we weren't working. Every week we got paid, whether we toured or not. We get half salary on our off days. And we had dental and medical insurance. So BB was real good. Now, his management, if it was left up to his management, initially his manager wanted BB to be like Chuck Berry, have a different band in every city. And BB said, that ain't gonna happen. No, that ain't happening.
Yeah. That was kind of our thing with Taj too. Like, in order to play in that band, you had to speak. You have to speak so many musical languages, and go from them on a snap, to go from the Caribbean to Latin to African to Appalachian to Mississippi to Detroit, and then to Korea. You know what I mean? And have a groove, throughout the whole thing. So it's I mean, for me, it's like the ideal gig because I have a short attention span anyway, so to have to.
BB was like, I always laugh like after the show, people will be, hey, can I have your set list? I said, sure, if you can find one of them up here, you can have it.
Yeah.
Because BB never had a set list. We play 2 songs every night. We play the introduction song. We bring him on the stage with it, Mr. BB King, and whatever. And we play in the one song that BB started off with. That's it. After that, people don't know when he be playing these little runs in between. He's figuring out what he wants to play. You don't know what the hell is getting ready to happen. You gotta be ready.
Yeah.
You gotta listen and watch him. If you look at any of those videos, you keep your eye on him and you gotta listen because he's gonna change right in the middle of the song. If it's happening, and I noticed James Brown was that way too. He'll cut the song out. Yeah. You don't know what the hell's getting ready to happen until he says it.
And Brown would go to the point where we would rehearse, and then finally we do a gig, and he calls out a song that we ain't even played before, and we better know it.
Yep.
We did a lot of shows with James. We had another package that we did was Taj Mahal, James Brown, and Rita Marley.
Oh man.
And Rita Marley. Wow. What year was that?
Late 90s, early 2000s. You know, probably late 90s, you know, kind of close to the same time I'm talking about when we toured with BB. But we used to mess with James. We knew James had certain, say, personality quirks or whatever. So at some point in our set list, and the tour manager would always let us know when James had gotten there. At some point in our set list, we played a James Brown song.
Oh, wow.
Just to see how long it was going to take for somebody to come running out of the dressing room and go, no, I mean, to the point that we actually recorded one of his tunes on Taj's live album, Think. No, it was on the Senior Blues album. We did Think. And we did it just because we would bother James. It was funny. I mean, it wasn't malicious. But, you know, you're on the road. It's the stuff you do.
Yeah. Well, we probably don't run into each other somewhere and don't remember. Because I got with Brown in 92.
Okay, and I would say anytime after, well, about 96. You know, from then, you know, for the next 7, 8 years, we did, you know, a bunch of shows.
Hey man, how you gonna say you could? If you would have been with him, you would have remembered that time. You probably. What's wrong with you, man? You can't remember that, Waldo? You would have remembered that. Come on now.
I'm in the middle of something here.
It's gonna be hard to play that Barry sax when you with that finger missing.
That's right. That's right.
Hey man, the coolest and meanest thing I ever saw happen on stage about artists was Willie Clayton. You know who Willie Clayton is, right? Willie Clayton is a soul blues soul singer out of Chicago, grew in Mississippi. So in Chicago, he used to be little Willie Clayton when he was younger, of course. So we were backing him. I was in the band. We were backing him up, and we were going to open the show for Al Green. And Al Green's hit at the time was "Love and Happiness."
Yeah.
So Willie was known around Chicago for killing that song. That was one of the songs that just his fan base just went crazy. So the Road Service fan said, Willie, now you gonna be opening the show for Al Green. Now whatever happened, don't sing that song. I hope you know better than to do that now. And Willie said, yeah, okay, no problem. So we did our show, and we finished our set, and then the crowd just went crazy. Ah, Willie, just going nuts. And we went back on and say, yeah, Willie. And I said, hey, Willie, we don't have any more songs. He said, yes, we do. Just follow me.
Oh, no.
What we gonna do? Love and happiness. He said, make you do right, make you do wrong. Drop the mic and walked out the stage. Every kind of drew. He had on a burgundy robe with gold AG on it. I never will forget it. Came out of the dressing room. Who the fuck is that? What the fuck is going on, man? He was like that little kid, Macaulay Culkin. He was like that little kid, Macaulay Culkin.
You know what the shame is, man, is that I mean, we lived through some of the best music America ever could have and will produce. So you have all these kids today, even the ones in music, you know, call themselves playing R&B or whatever, have no idea what it was like to go in a record store and be waiting for a Wilson Pickett record, to be waiting for a record, to be, you heard this James Brown, you know what I mean? Just that whole thing where you kind of defined time periods, you defined you know, places in your life where you were by something that someone put a lot of time into getting really good at doing. You know, I try to make sure that you know, I mean, my daughter has a vast musical knowledge because she grew up with everything. But you know, my nieces and nephews, I make sure they know who Otis Redding is. You're gonna know who Wilson Pickett is. You know, you're gonna know who Muddy Waters is. You gotta do that, man. I can't imagine a life or living a life without that music being part of the soundtrack. You know, anyway.
Well, what?
Okay, guys, I'm gonna tell you what's going on here. This is gonna be part of the podcast or of the cast. There's a gentleman coming through who's been taking some measurements in my studio, so we're gonna incorporate him into this.
All right, bring him on.
So everybody, be nice. Clean up your language some to an extent.
To an extent.
Anything is liable to happen.
Okay.
Okay, so let's go.
Well, you know, the thing about what you just said to me is so important because all of these guys are gone and ladies are gone. Etta James, everybody, Miss Coco Taylor, everybody. And the funny thing about it is when these people were like Muddy Waters and all of that and Willie Dixon, I mean, I talk to these people, been around them, have conversations like we have right now. Just talking, just being around them, not about anything in particular, but just being around those people. At that particular time, I didn't appreciate who the hell I was hanging out with.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like because they were there. I was like, man, I didn't want to be playing with these old blues motherfuckers, man. I want to be playing with some funk. And then when these guys are dead and gone, and you see people emulating them, doing what they left for us, and you realize, hey man, I realized I was right there with those people. It would be disrespectful of me not to honor them and keep their legacy, keep people aware of what they created, and we're the vehicle to keep it going. but we got to keep changing it and making it stronger and better. But the thing about it is, for me, what hurts is when black culture refuses to acknowledge the blues the way they do other stuff, but everything comes from the blues, and that bothers me. And so that's one reason I wanted us to have these kind of discussions about who we are and what we've done, because it's so important that people know, hey man, we've been around some incredible people that have made so much happiness for the world, not just for America. We're international people, man. We've been around the world, man, doing that.
Yeah, and get treated with more respect everywhere than walking
everywhere.
Down hometown. I can walk
except here.
In some little town in Italy or Spain or whatever, or walk through.
Hey man.
Walk through Belfast with the IRA and the Protestants and the Catholic, shooting at each other and shit. But we come walking through and they go, well, this is somebody who's doing something different. So you get respect from both sides. Then you ask the cat later, are you in the IRA? And he go, well, yeah, of course. And, I shoot them damn Protestants. And I go,
amen.
Amen.
Yeah. Hey, man, it's amazing. I mean, we sit over in Beirut, man. We sit over in Beirut just having a great, wonderful time with those folks, man. Just a pleasant, beautiful group of people, man, over in Beirut. Then we go play in Jerusalem. Same thing, just a bunch of beautiful, great, happy people. And then I'm thinking to myself, what the hell is the problem with this?
Yeah.
Our music can reach people millions of miles away and can calm them down and make them happy. It's really not that difficult, man. I mean, it's got to be more communication and humanity involved in what we do. With BB was the ambassador of music representing the State Department. So when we would travel, they just got our passports, our 52 pieces of luggage, and just go right through the airport to our buses. Yeah. Because we were there to bring the world together, and they knew it and they appreciated it. And we could bring peace and happiness and harmony. It wasn't all this stuff about, bitch, fuck you, it wasn't like that, man. What the hell is that, man? It wasn't about that. I mean, that's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. It's an embarrassment. I am so pissed off with rap music for the message, because this is an embarrassment to black people, our culture. That's why people think, when they hear that, they think we're crazy and inhumane, because that message is inhumane and crazy, and they're getting big money.
Yeah.
We're gonna make it rain, So it's disgusting. I hate it.
And conversely, man, traveling before the Trump election, you'd be I'd be in Spain, I'd be in England, I'd be in Australia, I'd be in Czechoslovakia, and people would say, that guy's not going to get elected, is he? What's happening to America? I hang out with Russians in Spain, and they go, man, that's America. Yeah, that's some embarrassing shit. So to hear all these people tell me that we're doing something insane, it kind of reinforced the way I saw it. We have this music, we have this culture that internationally people love, and so much of what they love about America is what black people have brought to it. A swag, the music, the Count Basies, the Duke Ellingtons, the Louis Armstrong, Miles Davis, John Coltrane, Muhammad Ali. You know what I mean? They're not talking they're talking about Bob Marley. You know what I mean? I mean, do you guys know? Have you ever been to any place on this planet where you didn't see some Bob Marley shit? You didn't see Bob Dylan shit, but you see Bob Marley in every village, every hamlet on this earth. You know what I mean? That's real power. That's real significant.
Hey man, when I'm known, I was the only B.B. King's band that would leave the hotel and go to the cities and be in the nightclubs, the little bars with blues clubs. Everywhere I've been, 98 countries, I found a blues bar and go sit in. In Russia. In Russia, man.
Yeah.
Got a little blues club, okay? So because the way I figured, well, if they wanted B.B. King to be in this town, somebody in this town got a club to represent the music. So I would ask the promoter, hey, man, where's the blues club here in Papa Famisa, Baraka? He said, we'll get somebody and take you to it. And that's how I met so many people around the world, because they were like, but it was going to have B.B. King, and I'd be like, you Michael Jackson, they're so happy, you know. Yeah. And that's how you meet. That's how you bring the world closer together. It's about the music bringing the humanity together, man. It's the humanity that we all got. We all bleed, man. And that humanity is somehow getting covered up with a bunch of dirt, negativity, meanness, and we got to be able to speak out against it, man, because right now, I know I'm getting ready to get off the subject about music, but right now here in America, everybody's acknowledging now, finally. I mean, this has been going on for 450 years. Black people getting it. We've been white racist supremacists killing us forever in America, and we've been quiet about it, and we've been tolerating of it, and we've been putting up with it, and still trying to be nice, and still trying to smile, and gritting our teeth. And those days, man, are over. It's over. Those elements are going to have to go, because if they don't, it's going to be some Belfast, Beirut action like it used to be over here in America if they don't straighten this out. Because ain't nobody going to put their foot on my neck without getting me shooting them off in their ass. That's going to happen. I ain't going to be we shall overcome. I'm not going to do that. So, you know, music, we got to get our music back to what Bob Marley sung about, what John Lennon sung about, what Marvin Gaye did on Going On. We got to make music to make people think and be like, hey, I'm with you. We're together, man. We're human beings.
Yeah, right.
We can't just be thinking about, my baby, your ass look fine. I wish you get drunk and be my man. Those days are over, man. We ain't doing that no more, man.
You know, there's a part of life where that's still cool. You know, because that's a part of the human personality. But that's not what any of us want to see representing the totality of us. You know what I mean?
I understand what you're saying, Larry. Yeah, that's fun. But the point I'm trying to make is everything we do is about fun, and we still get the gun. Okay, so sometimes we gotta be like James Brown was. Say it loud. I'm black and I'm proud. You know, and we have gotten away from demanding respect for ourselves. Hey, man, you got to respect me. You don't have to like Tony Coleman, and I don't have to like you, but I'm going to respect you. You don't have to be my buddy, but I'm going to respect you. Excuse me, sir. Good evening. How are you doing? Thank you. You go our separate way. I ain't got to be your buddy. You ain't got to like me. You ain't got to like what I do or what I say. As long as I'm doing something that's going to be equal to you, what I want you to do to me, I'm cool. So I don't expect everybody to be, happy all the time. Hey, man, we got issues that affect us around the world, and we got to work to resolve these issues, or it's going to get worse. Yeah. It's getting worse.
Yeah. And you can, it reminds me of something my aunt once told me. We were talking about racism but still how you treat people. And she goes, oh, no, baby. It's okay if you kick somebody's ass and you still love them. Sometimes they need that. Somebody do something and you got to kick them in their nuts. This because that was the time for you to kick them in their nuts, but you still love it. You're still a child of God.
Amen. Yeah. Amen. When if we forget where we come from and more we come from and try to cover it up where we come from, if we do that and pretend that none of that stuff that existed, we're going to be eliminated, man. That's how you eliminate us. You don't remember our history, and people, like a lot of black people growing up in this age don't have a clue about what's going on right now. They think this is something new. A lot of people think this is new. A cop can just cavalier, just take his sunglasses and put his sunglasses on top of his head and kill a man right there while the man is saying, "I can't breathe, mama, I can." He's just sitting there doing that with his sunglasses on his head. And then when you go to the courtroom and say, "This man just killed a man," no, I think George Floyd was a drug addict, a thug, and an asshole, and had passed a $20 bill. He deserved that. How can people get away with doing that kind of shit? Because we keep our mouths shut. We don't say no, all right, whatever, okay. No, man. Everybody gotta get this kind of bullshit, man. It's gotta stop. That's one thing I appreciate when I see Black Lives Matter. I see young white people and older white people waking up and saying, "Hey, man, we gotta join forces and stop this," like we did in the Civil Rights Movement. It took a long time, man, but now this shit is coming back strong because Donald Trump told a lot of people it's okay to be like that. We got assholes on both sides. It's the first time I said his name since he's been gone. And a lot of people believe that. But that kind of thinking ain't gonna get you nowhere. I'm telling you. Y'all need to watch it.
I can't argue with what you're saying. It's very true. It's sad but true. I mean, but it's like, how far are they willing to take it?
Man, you look.
And I'm 72 now.
Damn, so you don't look it, bro.
I can tell you, my family moved out of Texas after the third time the Klan burned my old man's business down. And it was my mom that felt us out kicking and screaming because my old man was just ready to go to war and all the weapons were kept under my bed. You know what I mean? So yeah. I know what that shit is like. I know about trying to use the talent and abilities that we have to bring another light to people. And it's difficult. It's difficult.
And here's the part, Larry. Larry, here's the part that I always try to put emphasis on. I'm not saying this to be mean. I'm saying this to say it needs to stop. No more pretending it doesn't exist. It's like the protesters are like people that are hurting. You protest because you're hurting. You're hurting. You want somebody to realize you're hurting us. You need to stop doing this. Don't hurt us like this because you know it's wrong. It's kind of like if you went to the doctor and you said, the doctor say to you, "What's wrong?" "Man, I got a stomach ache." Then the doctor say, "Where?" "Right here in my lower stomach." Then he take his fist and punch you in the stomach and say, "How's that? Isn't that worse?" I didn't come here for you to make me feel worse for trying to tell you that I'm hurting.
Yeah. You're
supposed to be willing to help me so I don't hurt. That's ridiculous. We come to protest and say, "Don't kill these black people like you're doing." Then they show up with army tanks and bullets to fix the problem. That's crazy, man.
Well, Tony, I got 2 words about that, man. January 6th. January 6th brought all of that shit right to the front, and then there are those that deny what they saw and deny what happened. And that was really discouraging. But there's 25 or 30% of these motherfuckers that are just crazy. I'm sorry.
Yeah, for sure, without a doubt.
And
of course.
to them to not go along with the Trumpian shit means that they don't want the tables turned and to be treated the way they've treated other people.
It's,
You know what I
it's,
mean? And
you
sad
know,
is numerically, and you know, Waldo, you living over there in the land of Goring and Globals and all them fools. If you can get 40%, you can go crazy. There's somewhere, but if you keep it 30 or under, this is not good shit to be saying. But we need to make sure that, and I don't know how we do it, that there are more sane people than people who can be brainwashed. You know,
well,
the good people that just go along. You know what I mean? That's what bothers me is the people who didn't stand up and who still refuse to stand up and say that shit was fucked up. And Donald Trump lost the election. That shit is really concerning.
That's crazy.
That I have no answer other than to keep my passport active.
Well, if he would have won the election, I'm getting out of this country.
Oh yeah.
I will not live over here if that's going to dominate America. I'm out. It's been bad enough because see what concerns me is when black people telling you, man, you got to stop doing this shit to us every day, man. Every day. What race white person? And I be saying this all the time. I say, okay, now all the good white people, I'm not talking to y'all. I'm talking to you racist, crazy, stupid ass white people that think you can kill somebody because they're not like you. It's not going to happen, man. Get over it. It's not gonna work. I mean, goddamn, walking around saying we shall overcome. That shit ain't working no more, man. We shall overcome. The change is gonna come. That ain't working no more, man.
No.
That shit's like the Mustang Sally of the Civil Rights Movement.
Mustang Sally.
Oh, some black people just got killed. Racist white man just killed a black man. Cavalierly killed him. Let's get together and say, we shall overcome. It ain't working no more, man.
Thoughts and prayers, man. Thoughts and prayers.
I'm a positive guy. I don't sound positive, but I'm looking at it like this, man. If it was my job to work in the toilets, to clean the toilets, when I get cleaning the toilets, you better believe it's gonna be clean, baby, because I'm gonna do the best job I can. If it's a shitty job, let's roll up our sleeves and wipe this shit away, man. Because that way, that kind of thinking is not good for anybody. And I'm never gonna just stay quiet about it and go, wow, man, that smells, yeah, but don't say anything. Do something about it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
Well, in the interim, we know powerful weaponry on our side, and that's music. And the music we're making now, we're making music now with Taj and with Ruthie. We're trying to tap into the thing that Mavis does. You know what I mean? Mavis says in such a sweet way, she don't have to tell people that you're fucked up. She just says, respect yourself. You know what I mean? And that's the whole thing, and just to use our influence to influence those that we can. You know what I mean? We know this shit is fucked up. We know that we're not going to keep it in our lives, but we want to arm our kids, our nieces and our nephews and our loved ones with info and arm them to fight the battle going forward. Our grandparents didn't want us going through this shit. I sure don't want my grandkids going through this shit. But I'm thankful that they told me the truth and taught me what to watch for. They armed me for battle.
Yeah. You know, it's just a shame. You know, just a shame still that there's so many black people, they just won't stand up and open their mouth to do anything. You know, like this new thing about this white chick police officer that shot this guy. You know, shot the guy. You know, and it's supposed to be a stun gun. You know, get the fuck out of here. You don't know the difference between a gun and a stun gun. You know, that took me over the limit. That really took me over the limit. And,
well, look at Chicago. 13-year-old kid, little boy, 13. He baby. He's a kid. 13. He probably, it's a possibility that he did shoot the gun in the air, had a gun. It's a possibility. As a little boy, all kind of silly shit. But he realized he whatever he was running, the cops say, stop. He stopped, put his hands up, bam. Stop. Okay. Bam.
Shoot to kill. That's what bothers me. That's what bothers me. You know,
how many different ways do you have to protest to say this shit is unacceptable, man? Because think about it. There are no little white boys in rich communities, wealthy white people in America getting pulled over by black police officers, getting their ass beat, driving BMWs and Mercedes and expensive cars. There's no suburbia white people getting their ass killed and murdered and a black cop, a black cop putting his knee on the motherfucking neck, and the white people just go by and say, oh, well, that ain't got nothing to do with me. Let a black man try some shit like that.
We know what that would do.
Put him in the electric chair. His ass would be in the electric chair. He did at 12, at 1 o'clock, he'd be in the electric chair.
Well, this guy, what's his name? Dylan Roof, that goes in the black church and shoots 18, 12 people, and the cops take him for a hamburger on the way to jail.
Hamburger on the way to jail. So, you know, for me, especially as a musician, I want our musician brothers and sisters to start making people realize that as artists, yeah, we can write a song, but we need to make awareness that we as black people are not tolerating this shit no more, man.
Yeah.
I am not taking another day of it. 40 years, I'm not tolerating another day of it. And if you're a white person and you come at me with some negative shit, I'm going to call you out right there on the spot. How many tours have we been on? Be honest. How many tours have we been on staying at some 5-star hotels? And especially you, Larry, you got dreadlocks. How many black musicians we went in hotels and sit in the lobby and be drinking and having a good time and laughing and that? Oh man, blah, blah, blah. Here come a white guy. Excuse me. Do you all mind? Could you keep it down a little bit, please?
Well, yeah.
You to the metal spike head that just came in here, and Nakalaka band, and they're doing the same thing, and we come in and it's like, excuse me, those blacks over there are disturbing me. I'll go and see what I can do about it. I mean, how much of that shit we've been doing on tour, man, and we just say, man, get out of here. We staying at the hotel too. Shit, man, we spending our money too.
Mm-hmm.
B.B. King, we were in Memphis. Have you ever stayed at the Peabody Hotel? You stayed at the Peabody Hotel in Memphis?
Yes. And I know the history of it too. I know the history of that hotel as well.
Well, BB used to stay at the Peabody. We used to stay at the Peabody, and they know BB. When BB come in, treat BB with like he's a king. And I can't wait to get to some cities. You can't wait to get to the hotel. Like Milwaukee got the Pfister Hotel. Man, that hotel, that bed'll hug you when you lie in it. I can't, because we're gonna be in Memphis for a week, and we're gonna be at the Peabody. That's a great hotel. Got some good beds and everything. BB, they treat us right. One day we pull up to the hotel. They taking all our bags off the bus. The tour manager's going in to get the keys. When he walks in there, they got a bunch of white people sitting out saying, "Oh, I wish I was no God, no man died, but God, look away, look away, look away." They singing that Dixie shit with Confederate flags and waving it and shit. And the tour manager, he lives in New York City. He don't really know what the fuck that means. He don't remember. He don't know. So when we come in the lobby, we hear all this shit. Ding, 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 ding. When BB walked in there, he looked at that shit, turned around, and told the road manager, tell him to get my keys, my bags, send those keys back. We're going to a different hotel. I'm not staying here. And tell him I won't stay here again. The fucking manager comes out to BB's bus and saying, "Mr. King, I'm sorry. We didn't know, blah, blah, blah." He said, "Well, if y'all are that shit in this hotel, I'm not going to stay here ever again." And we never did. We stayed across the street at the Radisson Hotel, at the Radisson. After that, I was like, God damn. BB would have normally, when he was growing up, just shut the fuck up and be glad to go to the hotel. But he put his foot down, and he was an old man. And I was so proud of BB King. That was one of the times when I said, "Yes, right on, BB. Fuck that."
Man, okay, I got to give BB his props in my life. I was one of those guys in LA who was doing R&B sessions. I was working with like Smokey. I was doing stuff with Motown. I was working with, when I met B, I was working with the Crusaders. And even though I had grown up around blues, there was no way I was gonna go play blues. No way. I mean, I'm playing R&B. I'm playing soul. Blah 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 blah. So BB, the Crusaders were producing my band, and BB heard this tune, and he said, "Who is that?" And Joe Sample said, "Well, that's Larry." And blah blah blah. So, and BB says, "Young fella, you need to be playing the blues." What? Blues? Man, the only way in the world I could be more broke than I am right now and be playing the blues. Blues. All respect, B. So B and I started talking, and my mom was a great cook. My mom's one of the best cooks that ever graced this planet. And B knew I was from, because the Crusaders were from Houston. He figured I was from Houston, and he said, "Well, you think your mom would make me a cobbler?" And I said, "Probably." I get on the phone. I call my mom. I go, "Mom, I'm in the studio with BB King." She goes, "Get out of here." And I go, "No, I'm serious, Mom." And BB wants, if you make him a peach cobbler. And she says, "Well, I'll make him a peach and a blackberry." So the next day we get to the studio, and my boy Norman, the BB's tour manager. I mean, him and BB was together so much they started looking alike.
He wasn't a tour manager. He was about to say, but yeah, he was a tour manager.
So I walk in with my hands, with covered aluminum foil, a blackberry in one hand and a peach in the other hand. And I hand him to BB, and BB looks, and his eyes were like this. He tells Norman, "Man, go put these in the car." And Norman goes, "Well, we're gonna have those?" And BB goes, "No, those are for me." From that time on, anytime I saw BB anywhere, then he started seeing me with Taj Mahal. And we fast forward to 2001, and we won a Grammy with Taj. And we won in contemporary blues, and BB won in traditional. So this is like 20 years later after first meeting him, and we're standing backstage. And BB's got his Grammy in his hand, I'm holding mine, and BB's memory looks at me and goes, "Well, so how them blues treating you, young fella?" That's BB. That's BB. You know.
Yeah.
I love that guy. I love that guy.
Yeah.
BB.
One of a kind. One of a kind, man.
BB. I always tell people, BB King fired me 5 times. I got fired by BB.
And I bet you deserved every one of them.
No. I
Yeah.
got ass.
Why ain't fired?
Yeah.
I was fired
No,
4 or 5 times myself.
but it wasn't. But it wasn't the kind of firing like it was. It was a challenge fire. It was like the challenge. You know, I get one in, he get one in. Cause BB liked me because I was spar with him. You know, he didn't look at people kissing his ass like a lot of the guys in the band used to kiss his ass all the time. You know, whatever BB say. Hey, pick that up. Okay, no, not that. The other one. Okay, right. This one. That. I'd be like, he'd be like, hey, TC, pick that up. I'd be, pick it up yourself, man. You know, shit. He liked that. He liked that about because I was spar with him. When he wanted to have somebody to fight with, he knew he could come to me and I'm gonna fight with him. He liked that.
So did you take about his with Dionne Warwick?
Huh?
Did you know about his obsession with Dionne Warwick?
Believe me, he had a session with every Warwick, every Dionne, every any woman. BB had a session with her.
But tell us about Dionne Warwick. Tell us about
Yeah, that one.
He just wanted to meet her. He wanted to meet her, and my best friend was her cousin. And BB, he tried every way he could think of, man, because he said he had fantasies about Dionne. BB didn't talk that way, at least around me, a whole lot. But he definitely had some ideas about Miss Warwick.
But did you hook him up?
What?
No.
What?
Well, I mean, you know, I lived in LA at the time, and Dionne, I think, lived in Jersey or wherever, and she wasn't traveling a whole lot. I wasn't in her circle.
BB was a big dog. BB was a full-grown German Shepherd or pit bull when it come to women. So one time I had a real, very, 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 very nice-looking young lady on the side of the stage. She is very, very provocative. So, you know, BB saw her on the side of the stage when he came out. And, you know, he's talking and whatever. So after the show, she came up to me and she was like handing me a piece of paper, like said, hey, look at this. Look at what your boss gave me. I opened the paper up and said, so if you don't like Mr. Coleman, I'm in room 4284. Be sure to come. I'd love to talk to you. If you're a very beautiful young lady, so please call me. And she handed it to me, and I was like, yeah, dirty dog. So the next morning when he came on the bus, that's when we only had one tour bus. And fellas, hey everybody, hey there, how was your night? Good show last night. I thought it was pretty good, son. How you doing, Coleman? I said, I'm doing good. I put that note in his head. He said, son, you can't get mad at old man for trying, son. He said, God damn, son, where that damn man? Lord mercy, she was, oh, Lord. You can't have out the truck, Coleman. I'm sorry, son.
Oh, man. Hey, Tony, tell the people what happened to Joe Louis. How come he's not here?
Joe Louis had another interview. He in New Jersey. He was supposed to be doing what we're doing now, and he had his times mixed up. He didn't figure out that it was the same time.
Tell him that my feelings are extremely hurt. I'm injured. our friendship is our friendship has taken a submarine to the stern.
I know Joe.
I
Joe
mean,
is
torpedo.
a good friend. Good
Joe's
friend.
he's a
Joe.
great guy.
You know the thing that I want to do with all of us. What I'm trying to do is show the people to build this thing up where people can actually hear that we are ordinary human beings. We are blessed to have talent. We are blessed. We are really lucky to have the talent we have to bring music. We're like shamans. We're like shaman. We're there. We bring good things to life. We play our music, and we love it, and we love it, and we love it, and we have a good time, and we love to see the people go, yeah, woo, woo. We'd be like, yeah, man, that was fun. But for me personally, there's more to us than just playing. Ever since that lady was on Fox News said about LeBron James was making some awareness about some racism, and she said he should just shut up and dribble. That touched me, man. When she said that, it's like she could have taken a knife and stabbed me in the neck. Shut up and dribble. Yeah, you're black. For me, it was the words. I interpret what she said like this. This is the way I interpret shut up and dribble. Like, nigga, shut the fuck up and go play that basketball and shut your fucking mouth. That's all you supposed to do, nigga. Not like nigga, my rubber nigga. No, she meant Nigger, and that pissed me off. So that's why I'm on my crusade to bring awareness from artists' point of view that, hey, we're not going to just smile and be happy and you love us and don't talk about the racist problem. So we got a history and a career of making people happy, but it's a lot more to life than just playing my instrument and shutting up.
Well,
So
also, man,
Coleman.
we spend 2 hours a day on stage. It's the other 22 hours that you get paid for. You know what I mean? I mean, that's our release. This is some hard work that we do. So our opinions are just as valid as the electricians, as the plumbers, as the teachers. There's certainly nothing about any other human being that makes their opinion more valuable than mine. So, you know, I hit them with that. And this is an uncensored show, right? The best reaction, you're gonna have to forgive my language on this one, was someone said that to me on stage about me offering my political views on stage. And the person who spoke up was an Irish keyboard player in my band, a guy named Mike Finnegan. You know Mike, right, Tony?
Yes, I do. I know Mike.
Mike's a fairly outspoken guy. So before I could say anything, Mike says to the guy, hey, look, buddy, we're up here doing our job. We don't bother your job. I don't come down to the Greyhound station and slap cocks out of your mouth. So you don't. And the room just went, woof.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyway, that's a rough way of saying my opinion, and what I have to say is just as valid as anybody's. I'm an observer. I'm a subject and a citizen of this country. When I say I'm a subject, that means I'm encouraged. I want to keep it going because my success means the success of my family. You know, my grandfather and father fought in the military too. We're buried here. No one has more right to say something than anybody.
I'm an Army veteran. I fought. I was ready to give up my life so people could be free to act a damn fool and storm the Capitol.
Yeah. Our opinions are very valid. Plus, our experiences, we get to see the world in ways that most people don't get to see them. We go to a country and we don't go to where the news cameras go. We always go to the tourist sites. We walk down the streets. We talk to people in restaurants. We talk to cab drivers. We talk to people that work in hotels. You know, we are ambassadors, as Tony said. We represent this country in high fidelity every time we leave it. You know, we're representing America. So for you to tell me to shut up, or just go fuck yourself, very respectfully. That's it. That's my viewpoint on that. And I don't mind.
See what I love about this is like Larry yourself. You're a sweet human being, brother. I love you, man. You're a sweet human being, man. Waldo, you bittersweet human being, but I still love you. But you're a sweet cat. You're a sweet cat. And we are all good cats, man. We're all good people because you can't be a mean person to give that much love to your craft, to share it with the world and be a mean person. You can't be that. The only way you can do what we do and be successful is be able to reach people with some love, man. Promoting hate, what's gonna come out of that? Nothing. It's like that song, War. Huh. Yeah. What is it good for? Not a goddamn thing. That's what it's good for.
Yeah.
And as an artist,
the lower the population.
Racism. Huh. Yeah. What is it good for? It ain't good for shit. Now, I can't even smoke a cigarette in a hotel lobby. But you know why? Because they say your ass cannot smoke a cigarette in here. You can't smoke it on the airplane anymore like you used to. Because your secondhand smoke is going to affect me, and I won't do that. But it's okay to allow a racist cop to kill somebody, and you will fucking be pissed off about me. I can go to jail if I have a cigarette in a hotel lobby. This shit just don't make sense, man. And we gotta say enough. We're not gonna do it. We're not gonna do it. It's kind of like that rock boy. We're not gonna take it. No, we're not gonna take it. But when the black people say shit, we should. It ain't working no more, baby. That's all I got to say. So, good guys like you, Larry, I love you, and let it rant. People will be saying, man, TC ran, man. No, TC is trying to tell y'all, when I'm dead and gone, my kids and their grandkids, when they get old, is free of all of that shit.
Or to
I don't think it'll ever happen.
To accelerate the process, every black person should do two things. If you really want to see some difference in this country, you should take your ass and vote. I don't give a shit what you think. Go vote and buy an AR-15 and publicize. Take pictures of yourself.
That's the show.
If 15, 20 million black people have AR-15s, the conversation will change a little bit. And I hate to come to that, but I grew up around guns. We lived in the country. We had to. Under my bed was a shotgun, 30-06.
I had a 30-06. I used to go shoot rabbit.
Yeah.
Hey man, look here. When I was growing up, it was a bully. I was in first grade. It was a bully named Frank Peacock. He was in third grade, and he used to bully me, jump on top of me, and smoke me with his coat. The teacher would look at the park and say, "Look at those kids having fun." I'd be, "This motherfucker trying to kill me. What the fuck?" He fuck with me every day, man. He do that shit to me, man. So finally one day he was on top of me, smacking me in the face, and I'm stop. And all of a sudden his ass fly off me. And my aunt who came to pick me up pulled him off me. She said, boy, if I ever see you crying and shit like that again, I'll kick your ass myself.
Yes, what's up? Yep.
I said, but he was bigger than me. He was so much bigger than me. She said, well, you know what you do? You look, find you a brick,
Right.
a stick, or a bottle. You find whatever you can, and you knock the fuck out of him, and he won't fuck with you no more.
That's right.
So one day, he was running, coming my way. I looked around. This is when I knew I was going to be a good drummer. And my timing was impeccable. He's coming. I see the Coca-Cola bottle. He's coming, coming. Hit that motherfucker right on the corner of that head. He took off running. Next day he came to school with a big ass knot that big on it. He ain't fuck with me no more.
There you go.
Today, just like you just said, they got AR-15s and shit. Every morning I would get up before the election, right around the corner from my house at Starbucks is a gun shop. Them motherfuckers was lined up around that gun shop like it was a restaurant.
That's right.
You can look at Facebook. I mentioned it on Facebook. I showed it. I said, who the fuck they getting them bullets for and shit? What they doing? And then I look in the mirror. Oh, I know what they getting them bullets for. For motherfuckers like me.
I had the I don't know, good fortune and misfortune. I played with a guy who's very well known in Southern rock circles. And we played Jacksonville, Florida. It's some motorcycle.
Oh, damn, man, I'm from Florida. I feel the Dixie coming right now. Go ahead.
Well, this guy's a Southern rocker that everyone knew. And
Who was it?
huh?
Who?
Call
Greg.
him out.
I won't say any last names. It's Greg.
Oh, okay.
So
That's all you gotta say.
Huh?
That's all you gotta say.
Okay. But at the concession stands, they were selling targets, right? And on a lot of targets, in the bullseye was one of us.
Yep.
And that was the last show I did with him. I said, man, no, thank you. I appreciate it. You know, I mean, he did a lot of those bike things. What's the one they got up in North Dakota? Oh, they do it every year. 500,000 rednecks show up on Harley Davidsons. I forget the name of it. But yeah, I stopped.
What
the one you're talking about?
Hell's Angel.
Well, it's every
No.
It's just
No,
Harley. It's a bike convention.
Yeah, I can't think of the name of it right now. I can't think of the name of it. I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about. So yeah, even though that meant money, I couldn't do that. I was too old. You know, by then it's in the 90s. I ain't gonna be doing that. But that's the level of mentality. And also just once Cat was
Look here.
Tea Party, just stop at one of our things and see. We're not racist. It's, you know, we're patriots. Same shit. You know, Confederate flags and targets with us is the bullseye. No, man, that shit's out there. That shit's real.
Listen.
Can't do that.
I don't give a fuck. I tell you the truth about things that happen to me. There's this gig I had in Daytona Beach, Florida, at the Ocean Deck, a reggae band. I played in a reggae band called Windjammer. I lived in Daytona Beach. Greg Allman came in, saw me. I've been knowing that boy forever. The two old black men that they used to go and play with that had their own auto car repair shop in the hood, and they have equipment and they practice in there, and all their equipment had paint dust on it, even the cymbals. They had a band. They had those Rolling Talk custom speakers. Remember those?
Oh yeah, custom. I had one of those. Louder than shit. Yes.
They had they had all that shit. Anyway, Greg Coleman came into the reggae gig. We was on the sitting at the bar. Hey Tony, what's up, man? They told me you was playing over here. I said, yeah, man. Let's jam, man. I said, shit, yeah, Greg, yeah, come on up. Hey, man, Greg was in here. They go, oh, okay. We play reggae now, soca's and shit. Doom, 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 doom. Got steel drummer and shit. Greg brought guitar to the blues. So we doing the blues in the reggae club. Everybody on the beach want to have the carnival activity. He want to sing the blues all motherfucking night. So I said, okay, Greg, it's time to go, bro. We got to get back to our reggae shit. He's like, guitar player was like, yeah, man, I need my guitar, man. He was drunk. He said, fuck you, man, you motherfuckers. He looked at me and said, Tony, what the fuck is wrong with you playing this fucked up nigger music? Play some shit that pays taxes. That's what Greg Allman said to me. He was drunk. I didn't say shit. I said, man, I'll talk to you later. I'll just get your ass on stage. He sit there. He couldn't drink. He was barred from drinking at any bar in Daytona Beach because he's an asshole when you get drunk. So I said, the guy, the steel drummer was from Trinidad, said, you gonna let him talk to you like that? I said, nah, man, he's drunk, man. He all right. Don't worry about it. Steel drummer ready to take his machete out that goddamn bag. I said, he's all right, man. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, and the other side of that, man, is the cats in Skinnerd, Gary Rossington and them cats. I give them full respect because once they realize what that Confederate shit meant, they got
the American flag. Let me finish telling you about Greg.
Yeah.
Let me finish telling you about Greg. Greg come back drunk again the next night. Tony, let's play some blues. I said, nah, man, you can't do that, man. Man, what the fuck wrong with you? Playing that fucked up music. You know, my brother told me it's always good to have one nigger in the band. He said that nigger shit again. I grabbed him and pushed him out the door. And the bouncers are from college, young college boys. They didn't give a fuck about Greg Almond Joy or no motherfucker. They fucked Greg up. And I see Greg about a week later. He said, did I do something to offend you, man? Did we get into some kind of altercation? I said, no, you was drunk in the door, man. They beat your ass. I told them to do it because I didn't want to do it because I fucked you up, man. He said, what did I do? I said, you said some niggers. That nigger, this, that, and the nigger, and your brother said it's always good to have a nigger in the band. And this, he said, man, I'm sorry, man. That's not who I am. See, where you're wrong. That's exactly who you are.
Yeah.
That's exactly who the fuck you are. That just because you play the blues and shit, and you hang around black people, you was a racist motherfucker, Greg Allman. This Tony Coleman talking right now. So when these people get pissed off, when we get pissed off about racism, and you say, well, I just like the blues. Fuck you, man. You don't like the blues. You disrespect my race, my culture. I got no love for that shit, man.
No. Yeah, I call them kind of people culture vultures. And there's some that don't speak to me no more. And I'm cool with that. I mean, not that you can't be white and play, you know, I mean, I don't want to get into that because that's a whole nother show. But and
I tell you this, Greg, and I'm gonna tell you this, and I'll be quiet. I get going. This is the part that he's talking about me. But I'll say this, and I'll leave it alone. I never seen B.B. King angry on stage ever. Greg Allman made him walk off the stage. He was so pissed off at him because he disrespected B.B. B.B. walked off the stage, got in the bus, and backed him, and went to the fucking hotel on his own show. And Greg was up there. Did I do something to piss him off? He loves you. That's why he left.
Wow. Mm-hmm.
Some of these cats just don't know. They don't understand. You know, they don't understand what they're doing. They try to be one person, but when they get that little taste in them, you know, then the real side comes out, you know, and then they act like they, you know, like they blame it on the whiskey. You know what I'm saying? They blame it on the whiskey, knowing that the bottom line is the whiskey is bringing out their personality, you know, bringing out the real deal. You know, that's everywhere, man. You know, a lot of people are like that. You know, they're your friends and everything, but when they get that shit in them, it's done. It's done.
So, Walt, tell me about playing with James, man. What was that like?
Well, I'm gonna put it this way. It's a lot. Most musicians in the world that know who James Brown is would have given their right leg to play with Brown, and I understand it. I understand it because I am somebody that I'm not a hell of a sax player, but I play my part. I do my thing. You know, a lot of times a little extra. But being with Brown, man, was a total experience for me. A lot of what not to do. Not what to do, but a lot of what not to do. But I respect and really appreciate every minute I had with him. I learned a lot. On, you know, both ways. And but he was a different cat, man. He was a different cat. When he loved you, he loved you. When he hated you, he hated you. And because you never know from one day to the next who's walking in the door, which James Brown is walking in the door, you know. Because you got a lot of people that was with him that would say that I'm totally wrong. You know, I'm totally wrong for saying what I'm saying. And if Brown was alive, Brown would tell you that if anybody in his band would talk to him one-on-one and say his heart, it would be Waldo Weathers. He knows that. Because, like I told Tony, he did something one time, and I wrote this motherfucker a letter. I wrote him a letter. And I want to say we were in, I think we were in Greece, and it was on a Christmas day. And he got the letter, and we was all sitting down in the cafeteria or somewhere where we were. And he come up to me and he said it out, Mr. Weathers, as long as you live, please don't ever write another letter. Don't ever write another letter. See, because I figured it out. You can say all the shit you want to say out loud, and he'll change it. But you write it down in a letter where it's documented, you can't change a goddamn word. And I remember correctly, I sent the letter to everybody in the band.
What did you say, man?
I told him what a rotten son of a bitch he was. You know, I really, you know, just straight up, I just told him what he was doing, how he was doing, and what was right and what was wrong, what was bullshit, and what he was doing just to be, just because he has the power to do it. You know, like some people would like, you know, just a thing out of midair. You know, you got a band leader, and then make you come to rehearsal at 4:00 in the morning. Some people just do shit just to do it.
About me, he's talking about me. He's talking about me.
Oh, was that you, Tony? Oh, Tootie Goom, sorry about that. Yeah, but it's totally unnecessary. It's unnecessary. Wait a minute. Wait. Now shut the fuck up. I'm still talking. It's unnecessary, but it's only showing your power and only the reach survive.
That was not what I was doing. No, what I was doing is see you appreciate me now for doing that.
Yeah, and you appreciate me. You appreciate me for not doing it. Cause what did I tell you? I said, Tony Coleman, I said, either I'm gonna play with you or I'm gonna be your friend. I said, and I think what I'm gonna do is be your friend, and you take his job and stick it up your ass.
Let's explain myself if you don't mind, Judge.
Oh, Judge now, okay. Talk, Mr. Coleman.
Here's the deal, Larry. You, Waldo, myself, and others like us, we are professionals. We are professionals. We take what we do serious. We sacrifice everything to play music to the best of our abilities. We are pros. We do this because that's what's in our soul to do. We don't do anything else better than this. That's a curse and a blessing. Now, I hire musicians who are trying to always appease. Hey, man, can we rehearse? Oh, no, I got another gig. Oh, no, I got to go here to the ice cream shop. Oh, no, I got to go get my car fixed. Oh, no, I got to do this. Oh, no, when can you motherfuckers ever rehearse? So I said to the gig because at least I know all you motherfuckers here. Because for us, we always get an excuse. Unprofessional shit. Excuse. I got to do this. That's why as a professional and made the gigs we made around the world. Because they can't be a pro like us. Because we have one thing that they don't have. It's called commitment. Commitment. If you can't commit, what if you motherfucking doctor said, in the middle of surgery, I gotta go to dinner. My wife got a special dinner for me tonight. I'll be back. Oh, keep that motherfucker asleep till I'll be back. We got the same attitude as musicians, man. That's one thing about James Brown. That little piece about James Brown and B.B. King and everybody else black who was professionals, they gonna take that music serious, man. They don't want to hear no excuse now. They could be fucking assholes, treat you like shit, they want to pay you right, try to get your girl from you, do all kind of ignorant shit. But when it came to being committed, Charles was a fucking drug addict. But when it came to the show, he had commitment. Commitment. And that's why I don't fuck with people who don't have commitment like me, because that's like trying to beat a dead horse. The motherfucker ain't gonna run. It's dead. Come on, horse, get him. Man, the motherfucker dead. No, I don't make no excuses for being an asshole about my music and because I've sacrificed too much not to do a great job and be the best I can be. So yes, I call a 4 o'clock rehearsal, motherfucker.
Yeah, For me,
Thank you.
I would have said, all right, motherfucker, we rehearsing at goddamn 1 o'clock in the evening. And if you can't be here, there's another motherfucker standing outside waiting to get your job. Think of that much. Anyway, Larry.
Well, the reason I did it,
you see what I got to deal with? I got to deal with this shit every goddamn week. Every goddamn week I got to deal with some kind of shit. See,
you know what?
I see you look at you down there in Houston. I'm sorry, Tony. You cutting out, motherfucker. But man, I tell you what, life is beautiful. And then there's Tony Coleman. But anyway,
the reason I didn't get another motherfucker is because I like the guys. I actually like them. And I love you too, but you get on my goddamn nerves sometimes. But eventually, motherfuckers did get fired. I really fuck your ass.
Man, we used to hear about.
See, I'm like this. Huh?
We used to hear about them James Brown rehearsals, man, and we'd shake our heads. You know, 'cause I've been with Taj for 28 years, right? In those 28 years, we might have had 5-6 rehearsals. Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. I mean, you go in and you record something, and you just start calling songs. You know, we might run something at sound check, or
no. Hey! Wait! Stop! Stop!
We're all on the same page, but rehearsals.
Wait! Yeah. Let me tell you about sound check. James Brown had a reputation of his show, of his sound check being a show.
I saw it. I saw how James treated.
Let one or two people be in the audience doing sound check, and he'll do a show and look back over his head to see if they're watching, to make sure, you know. And he would do a 2-3 hour sound check.
We used to laugh at y'all. We laughed. Serious, man. We'd be in the dressing room cracking up. We'd go back to the hotel and come back. James still was working.
Yeah, Tony.
Larry, Waldo, listen.
Yes, sir.
Carlos Santana does that every sound check. 3 to 4 hour sound check. Band. Carlos Santana. Every day before the show. Every day. Every day. Not 1 hour, not 2, not 3, 3.5 to 4 hour rehearsing sound check. All fucking day. Every day.
That's crazy.
Carlos Santana, okay?
That's crazy.
Well, that's another one. That's all I got to say.
I watched this. You think I'm lying? Check Dennis Chambers. He'll tell you, man. I watched that shit. I'll go out there when we toured with Carlos. I need the hotel to go watch the sound check just and have me some popcorn. and here's how Carlos sound check would go. Dun, 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 bang. And then they say, okay, you got it? Okay, let's do it. Do, 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 do. Bang. Okay? Got it. Then Carl say, try like this. Go. Yeah, that's the one. Go. Gang. No. Let's do this one. Go. You do that shit
he would rearrange.
Today he did it. What the motherfucker we did? Go. Gang. Yeah, let's do that one.
How you gonna remember that shit? Like which one? You know what I mean? We just did 35. How you supposed to remember which one of those 35 is the real one? You know? Sorry, I ain't gonna tell you after a while.
Don't they get them blacked out again?
We lost Coleman.
Well, that could be a good thing. But anyway.
I mean, his router said enough color people for today.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, but we watched James doing sound checks, man, and we were amazed. You know, because Taj always like to keep shit kind of on the edge where it almost like it could go off the tracks. And if it does, then it's how you pull it back.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what makes stuff fun. Same if he's going to record something. Once you decide what we're going to record, we might listen to it and, you know, and talk about it mathematically. Then you say, okay, don't think about that shit no more till you get in the studio. Don't be using parts. You know, and even the horns, their final parts is done after the track is cut. I mean, they'll play along, they'll play something, but there's that element of danger that I like. You know. Oh, he's back.
Hey. Now let me ask you a question. I know Carlos very well. I know him okay. I know him. You know. One time we were in Montreux, Switzerland, and Carlos called me and said, TC, Tony, I want to do something for Mr. King. I wanted to be the chairman of the board. He is the chairman of the board. And I want to do something. I want you to help me arrange the show for him, okay? Okay? Because Mr. King is the best. And I want you to give him the songs I want him to do. He gave me a song, With Bobo, How Can We Live Together, So Makusa, all this shit. I said, Carlos, I got you. Yeah, it's pretty cool, huh? You think it's cool? I said, no, I don't. He says, well, I want BB to do something different, to explore the spirituality of musicality, because, you know, the God's coming from the west and to the moon, and Saturn is around the world, and the rainbow coalition of your head, and all this bullshit that shit sound like a motherfucker been smoking angel dust. So I say, I don't think it'll work, man. Look, I tell you what you do. Why don't you tell BB, give me that list yourself? I can't do that, man. He said, no, I prefer you do it. I said, okay, man. We'll see. I wasn't gonna give BB that list. So we got on the stage in Montreux. Carlos Santana, Lee Ritenour, George Benson, John McLaughlin, Susan and Derek Trucks, Herbie Hancock, George Duke, the BB King horn, you know. Shamika Copeland was up there. Compared to what on the sax players? Gotta make it feel compared to what?
Les McCann.
Les McCann played the best solo I've heard in my life. He took the horn and put it to the microphone and went, he didn't even blow the motherfucker. It's the best solo I've heard. We playing the blues, BB King. Boom, boom, boom. Bartles turned around to me and Reggie on bass, and he the Reggie say, stood up off the seat, came back to us and said, Reggie, play this. Doom, doom, play. Doom, 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 doom. Doom, 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 doom.
Reggie McBride?
Huh?
Which Reggie?
The bass player, Reggie. Our bass player.
Oh, your bass
player.
Reggie.
Reggie, I'm looking at Reggie like, man, don't do that. Reggie, how we go from doom, 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 do, 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 do. BB turn around.
No.
And Carlos look at me. Carlos still fucking with us. And Carlos look at me and go, TC, Tony, play. Goo, gang, gang, goo, 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 gang. I said, bullshit, goo, goo, gang, shit. I will keep this motherfucker right here.
No.
BB turns around.
Yeah.
He has the microphone. Well, it looks like Carlos is taking over my band, I guess. Well, I guess we ain't playing the blues no more. I guess we're going to play Carlos blues. Huh? Okay.
BB wanted the bass to outline. He wants you to outline the chord. You're not outline that chord. Give him the 1, 3, 5. You know, outline the daggum chord.
No, Carlos is trying to do with BB what he did with John Lee Hooker. You know.
Oh yeah, I know, but BB didn't want that.
He's trying to put his Latin shit on BB shit. And BB did that shit like a little baby when you give him some Spanish or something.
Yeah.
I want that. So when Carlos did that, BB stopped playing the whole show. He talked the whole show in Montreal. A whole show for an hour and a half. Didn't play no more. Just with all them bad motherfuckers on stage, BB didn't talk no more. He didn't play anymore. He just, well, you know, I remember when I was start telling stories about when he was pushing a mule in Mississippi and shit. Well, I had a mule named Big Red, and I had another one named Ben. They used to blow wind in my face. I just kind of went, just talking all kinds of crazy shit. I just got the drums, and I told Sidney Blackman, I said, hey, go sit in. She had on a little short mini dress. She said, I got on a dress. I said, you behind the drums. Nobody going to notice. She went up there playing and turned around with the drum and saw her and was like, oh, she's beautiful. He talked about her for a half hour. I said to myself, man, don't fix some shit that ain't broke, bro. Just fucking let these people do what the fuck they do, man. You can't fix what's already set, bro. BB King is BB motherfucking King, man. Or whoever, you know. So,
it's a quote Bootsy. If it ain't broke, don't break it.
right, you know. And you know, you've been to Montreux.
Yeah.
And you know, and you know, Claude Knobs take you to his chalet up in the mountain up there, and he's got video of every concert he ever done. He got a pile of video at theater. You been in it? He'll have the tape of the show. The last day he'll have the film going. You can watch it. So Tony, what's his name? The guitar boy from Tony.
From Tony, Raphael Sadiq.
Raphael. So Raphael was there, and his band played before us, and Joe Sample was there. Joe Sample was there. So they were playing Tony's show. Raphael Sadiq's show, and they were playing Joe Sample's show. So I asked the guy, hey, what about the jam session we had? He said, just talk. He said, Carlos sat down after he tried to do what he did. Nothing there, just talking. Oh, fuck that whole thing up, man. Then after the show, me, Carlos, George Benson, Reggie, bass player, we were sitting at the table, and Carlos says, did I do something to make me angry? I said,
yeah, he started thinking. What we thinking?
Oh my God!
And George Benson did this. He said, "Yeah, he was angry, man. He was angry. I never seen him like that." He was trying to figure out what he did.
Mm.
The next day, Carlos, we were backstage, you know, when the other band's playing, we have all our gear back there, you know, I'm standing back there at the drums, just tweaking them a little bit. Carlos comes up with his guitar tech, and Carlos said to me, I really like the way you play the shuffle. It's real. It's real organic. You play one of the best shuffles I heard. I said, thanks, man, thanks. He's talking to me like I'm facing you. The guitar tech is back here behind him, right?
Mm-hmm.
He says, I want to talk to you about maybe us doing a project together. I'd like you to stay with me. The guitar tech behind him was like this. He was like, man, don't do that.
You know Curtis Salgado, right?
I hate to say I do.
That's my brother. He's crazy. He's crazy as a shithouse rat.
Man, stand that motherfucker, man. Fuck Curtis. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
When he said Carlos, he worked with him, he goes, it was the most miserable time he spent in this life. He said he did not enjoy it at all.
Curtis Salgado think he has a PhD on blackness. Curtis Salgado is a eternal racist bastard. I can't stand that motherfucker. Curtis Salgado can't stand me. He's always been an asshole. I used to like him because Otis Clay said, hey, man, when you get to Portland, look up Curtis Salgado. I said, yeah, I met Curtis a couple times. We had Lee Oscar had a gig. I've been knowing Lee Oscar forever. Lee saw me. I came to the gig. Lee was like, come on up, sit in. Curtis, after I did sit in, Lee said to me, what's up with you and Curtis? I said, what are you talking about? He said, whatever you do, don't get him up to sit in. I've been hating that motherfucker ever since.
Was he still using? What year was this?
I don't know what he was using, but I was getting ready to unuse it for his ass. That's the kind of motherfucker right there that don't understand, man. It's a code about black people, man. Once we know you do music, we're always inclusive. We're not exclusive. We're inclusive. Always have been. This motherfucker gonna try to tell me, Waldo, can you play a shuffle that is a flat tire shuffle? You know, the black guys from Texas used to play. I say, man, get the fuck out of my face. I don't need you to listen to me about no motherfucking drums. Go over there and keep imitating the black man. Get the fuck out of here.
Okay.
So maybe we should get him as a guest.
Larry, I ain't never been phony in my life, Larry. I tell you exactly what the fuck happened.
So maybe Kenny Wayne Shepherd too, get him on here.
Huh? Say what?
So maybe Kenny Wayne Shepherd too. He got his ass in trouble.
I defend Kenny though. I defend him.
Yeah, I do too. That was on his part. From what I've seen,
Kenny's a good.
I don't see that in his part, but it's part of being a grown up. Maybe recognize it. Don't let pictures like that be any part of your profile.
Kenny, I talked to Kenny and his dad about that because if he would have answered the wrong questions that I gave his dad, I would say fuck Kenny Wayne Shepherd because I love that guy. I love his dad. They're really good friends, man. They've done things for me, always been there for me, and he did not deserve that. Kenny Wayne Shepherd did not deserve that. If I call your ass a racist, you are fucking racist. I guarantee you. I can show you the racist. I'll pull out the racist playbook and show you. Check all the lists. You can all of them. Kenny Wayne Shepherd is not a fucking racist. He don't deserve it. Kenny Wayne Shepherd is a quiet dude. He's not very chatty. He's real quiet, man. He's just quiet.
Did you see Billy Cox's statement on the whole thing? I thought it was
I
Eloquent and
Yeah,
elegant.
I saw that, but I'm just saying, man. You know, you don't. If I call you racist, you're a fucking racist, and Dollar is a fucking racist.
Gotcha.
So what's it? It's on YouTube or something?
No. Kenny Wayne Shepherd, born in Shreveport, Louisiana, grew up down south, just like I did, just like you did. We all grew up down south. The TV show, The Dukes of Hazzard, had that.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
and
right.
He builds race cars. He one of them boys. He liked the race car, so he went and built a car and made it even more powerful than that car. And the car was called the General Lee, based off of that cracker ass racist cracker shit. He had a car called it Extreme Lee, cause the engine was a big Mopar engine. Then he realized when he was on a hot rod show, and they had a picture of the car, and the Confederate flag is on top of the hood of the car. Then when they built the car, they opened a guitar case and made a replica guitar like the car with the emblems on it. And he had the guitar in his hand, and they taking pictures on the video and shit. And he said, I don't like this shit. He parked the car. He never drove it in. He covered that motherfucker up. And he said, man, I don't approve of white supremacy, and I hate all that racist shit. I just like that fucking car, and it just happened to have that goddamn flag on it, so I guess I made a mistake, and I'm sorry, but his dad was a disc jockey at a black gospel station in Shreveport, Louisiana. His dad got his head beat in college supporting civil rights. But, this motherfucking girl got on the Blues Foundation and said, he's a fucking racist, he's playing guitars, and he's a cracker racist motherfucker. And the boy is like, man, I just shut that shit down. Okay, but I'm not a fucking racist, man. And I told him, I said, man, you should get on the motherfucking social media and say it just like that. And say, fuck y'all, I'm not a racist. And if you think I'm racist, kiss my ass. Then be done with it. But his dad is like, no, he can't do that, Tony. We got to get a PR firm so he can explain it in a proper manner. Fuck a proper manner. Motherfucker, you call me something that I'm not, I'll fight a motherfucker about that shit. Because he wants to fight, but he wouldn't. So I said what I said. He is not a racist, and that's wrong to call him a racist.
Mm-hmm.
He is not one of those people that'll be like Greg Allman to call you a nigger when he's drunk, and then have a black eye the next week and wonder what the fuck happened. That ain't Kenny Wayne Shepherd, man. He ain't Curtis Selgado. I know he done call me all kind of niggas. Gonna tell Lee Oscar, don't let him come up here and play. Fuck you, man. I'm blues royalty, bitch. You an imitator. But no, I will defend anybody that's my friend, and I know these people, man. When BB died, Kenny Wayne and his dad, man, when they were touring with us, man, just good people, man. Good people. They don't deserve that shit, man. I mean,
back to those tours that we did together, Kenny Wayne was sometimes, as I think back, he would be the opening act on those same comfort things.
Yeah. That's like calling a motherfucker a pedophile, man. Once somebody tag you with that shit, people gonna look at you from on, man.
When that shit happened, I reached out to him and his dad and told him, that I would talk to him. Well, Shamika called me, and she was very upset because I hadn't heard about it that much. And by the time I did hear about it, it was all over Facebook, and it was a thing.
Social media.
My concern went to another angle in this blues business. We are 1% of the music marketplace.
Exactly, 1%. Yeah.
We don't need any. We need to quash our things in the locker room, if that makes sense. direct.
Well, I know that's your approach to it, but there's a lot of racist motherfuckers in the blues business. I said, like Greg Allman, that's some racist motherfucking bullshit. I should put my foot in his ass.
There's tons of them, and I live in Houston, where we got a lot of so-called right-wing, so-called blues people, and I have been ostracized from the Houston blues community because, once again, I call them culture vultures. I said, you get the who's and what's of the music are important, but you got to understand the why. You know what I mean? And this music is a protest music against that sentiment. And I don't like seeing it misappropriated by anybody that's going to have that thing inside of it. Call it racist, call it Confederate, call it Trumpism, whatever. To me, blues music stands against that. You know, it's a party music, but it's a protest music against that, against the overseer, against plantation life, against all elements of that.
Well, I agree with what you're saying. And see, once again, most black people don't want to speak out like me because we're afraid we ain't going to be invited to the party no more. We ain't going to get no gigs and all that kind of thing. I'm lucky. I don't need them. I don't give a shit. They ain't gonna like me because I don't them. I don't care. Fuck you. I don't need the money. I don't need the gig. If I want to do a gig, I'll do my own gig. I'll set up a little gig on the corner with a box and say, I'll pay for food or whatever. I'm just saying, you know, some things you got to have integrity. It's about integrity, man. You can't go along with bullshit just because you want to get along and be accepted. They don't have to accept me because I feel, and I don't accept them. So fuck it. I say what I got to say and the way I feel about it. Anybody don't like it, they can kiss my black ass and whatever.
So what are you trying to say exactly? Be specific.
Yeah. What the hell are you trying to say, Tony?
Hey man,
Aaron, never looking motherfucker.
When Taj Mahal was coming up, and the music business and all of that, with hippies and all of that kind of stuff, you know, we're trying to get along and we're trying to be peace and love. You know, we're trying not to be a part of that racist shit. We try to look above it, try to be above it. You know, we try not to be that. And we say, man, let's just be about peace and love. But that peace and love shit don't work no more. Like I said, man, you know, I mean, the Ku Klux Klan, these motherfuckers got Proud Boys, Loud Boys, all kind of shit. And goddamn it, the Ku Klux Klan and shit, you don't hear no motherfuckers denouncing that. So, I'm saying, man, these blues people, there are a bunch of racist motherfuckers in blues and our blues that come to see us play. But then you some about what we feel about this racist shit, then they gonna try to attack you. He's so mean. He's not a very nice one. You know, he used to be a nice colored fella. Fuck you, man. You know, I used to like Tony Coleman. He never used to talk like that. What happened to him? He used to be a nice colored fella. Man, I always been feeling this way, but I just keep cool because B.B. King we get into it all the time. Coleman, just get to yourself, son. You don't have to let people know how you feel. It'll be all right. No, motherfucker, it won't be all right. I'm going to make it all right for me. I don't need it. Buddy guy and shit, man. Big don't fly around in a 747. I remember Muddy Waters being on the show with BB and Bobby Blue Bland. And Muddy Waters be sitting there and I'm thinking to myself, what this old man doing on here? Of course, when I go, I realize, man, that's the fucking father of blues right there. He's the one they couldn't be King. He made the blues be the blues. The first Rolling Stones ain't they band off the name of his song, but he died a broke motherfucker.
Yeah.
He invented the shit. So I'm the only person that go on social media and say, fuck Eric Clapton. Fuck Eric Clapton. And then they say,
what you mean?
Tony Coleman is so mean. He said, fuck Eric Clapton. B.B. King was his friend, and Eric Clapton done so much for blues. Eric Clapton ain't done more for the blues than the blues done for Eric Clapton. You guys, I keep saying this. You guys are the fucking guys that made this music be what it is today. And y'all got a private jet. I don't. You deserve it, though. You deserve it.
Yeah, I'm waiting on it. I got it on order.
Hey, man, I'm 65 years old, and I'm not angry. I'm just tired of the bullshit. I love everybody, but I'm not taking no shit, and I'm not going to be quiet and just dribble or whatever. Fuck that. That's what you want me to do. You want me to dribble? I'll be a whole motherfucker on stage dribbling like that. He was a nice little fellow. I remember when he was really good. Look at him. Fuck that.
You know, the cool thing about working with Taj, and it took me to realize, you know, from knowing him, he ain't really anti. He don't express that. He's very pro-black. You know what I mean? And he's determined always to directing his energy to being pro-black. And people will think he's sidestepping a conversation. And sometimes it's because he don't want to be bothered. Like, bullshit is bullshit. And if it stops him from being pro-black, he'll walk out of the conversation. You know? I like that.
I get that. And I love him. That's your choice. That's his choice. Everybody got a choice, you know? Hey. Yeah. And I got my choice. Everybody got a choice. But I'm telling you, my choice is a choice that don't give a fuck about none of that shit no more. Because I've been with B.B. King, man. And I'm going to tell you right now, man, I ain't got no disrespect for nobody except when they fucking disrespect me. Because like I said, we always been inclusive. Hey, y'all, come on, man. Hang with us. Come on, bro. You take this. Come on, hey. You want to sit in? Hey, cool. Yeah, come on, man. Hey, man, you know, you going to feel like you more important than me? Fuck you, man. Curtis sound go motherfucker like that. You ain't no more important than him, motherfucker Coleman.
I don't expect them people to get it. Our people, I expect you to get it. You know, my expectations of white people's reaction to, and you know, I work with a bunch of white cats, but I don't expect white people as a rule to ever get us. We had to understand them. They didn't have to understand us. We had to understand them to know what they were going to do and what they were capable of doing. And that's not the way I would wish it was, but that's been our survival strategy. Is we know what the motherfuckers think, we know what they're capable of, we know what they might do. And I use the word them motherfuckers loosely. But it's our job to know how they think. It's our job to teach our kids how they think. And to always, as much as possible, stay 1-2 steps ahead with the ability to move aside to not take a direct hit from what they think or what they're going to do. You know what I mean? Well, and those that do get it, I'm pleasantly surprised and I accept it, but I don't ever expect white people to get it, especially American white people. They're not capable of it. They had to take a step backwards to assume the positions that they're in, to accept that shit as being, you know?
Hey, I know exactly what you're saying. Here's the thing, man. I'm glad I'm in a position, and I'm glad I got the spirit to be free. I'm free now. I'm free. When I was with B.B. King, I wasn't free. I was trying to be free, and he kept around my motherfucking neck to tell me, down, boy, down. He kept putting that motherfucking in my mouth. Ho, buddy, ho. Now I can run like I want to and be free. I got about B.B. King saying, if you don't like it, wait till you can go home. And I say, okay, bye. I don't have to do that no more. Now I can be Tony Coleman, the real Tony Coleman, which I've always been. But now I can say what I want to say because I'm not a slave to the music business. I'm not a slave to the blues. I'm not a slave to needing their money. I'm a motherfucker independent being. I'm free. I'm free. And I love it. I love being free. I was trying to be free with that shit with BB and those guys, but they're like, Tony, come down. You can't do it.
Coleman,
Went off.
lost you.
Yeah. But anyway, it's been a long show.
Man.
We've been well, what time is it? We've been on here a long time. Oh, damn. It's
Sound
after 12.
like Richard Pryor, goddamn.
Yeah, they hit this a long time.
Well, to anyone that we've offended, I'm sorry that you were offended, but everything that was said here today has been the truth.
Hey, it's the truth, baby. You know, the truth is a reality that a lot of people don't like to hear, but don't like to know it, you know. But it is what it is, you know. And we hope sometimes in our lifetime that it will change and become real, but I have my doubts about it. I mean, I'm 71, so you know, I got to say I don't really see it changing in my lifetime, but I hope it does. But you know, in reality, what's going on now is something that has always been, but now we have the capability of technology with the cell phones and everything, and we can see everything. We can video everything in the world and show other people what's going on and who's doing this and who's doing that. And before we didn't have this technology. So, like I said, in reality, what's going on is really nothing new. But to change it, you know, I have no earthly idea what the hell to do but to speak up. And if everybody else speaks up and says something, maybe we can get something done. But other than that, well, Mr. Coleman, I think we're going to call it a night, good buddy. We've been on here for 10, 11, 12, for 2 hours or so.
Larry, thank you. Thank you, Waldo. I love you, Waldo. And Larry, I love you. And thank you for being a part of our funk and blues legends shit-talking show. And I just want to say this, man. Every time, man, when I see one of us get killed the way they're killing us on TV anymore, that shit hurts, man. That's like somebody doing it to me, man, or you, or him. It hurts. And it hurts me to my core. Yeah. And I cannot fake it and pretend it doesn't. That shit hurts. They kill us like this all the time. And don't nobody see your fucking nose snap, man. Yeah. I mean, come on, man. We've been good people. We're good people. We've been good, man. We've been good people. We've been good people, man. Good people. We always been sharing what we got with people, man. Even when we don't have a lot, man. That's who we are as a people. And I'm not gonna be quiet no more. Sexy, we'll stop fucking around and start saying enough already. Enough. I'm done, man. I'm done. If people man me to feel the way I feel, fuck you, cause this is the way I feel about it. And I'm done, man. I ain't gonna be smiling and giggling with your ass if you think this shit here ain't nothing. Well, don't worry about it. Fuck that, man. I mean, every fucking day, man. This racist shit gotta stop. And so for me, it's bigger than music for me, man. This is my calling, I guess. I'm gonna talk about it till I die, until I see them some enough change. So if y'all want to Coleman now, fuck you. I don't like you either. I love me, and I'm not gonna stand by quietly watching people killed anymore the way it's been happening. And it's been happening, and we've been quiet and just playing our music, trying to make people forget about shit. And make ourselves forget about it. I can't do it no more like that. I can't.
Yeah.
I can't do it no more, man.
Yeah. We have to stand up and try to fix this situation. But anyway, like I said,
I love music, and I'm gonna use my music to express my feelings and hope I can bring about some awareness and change. That's what I'm about now. For me personally. For me.
Yeah.
Tony, I will be 73 in August. I have been on both sides of this government. I have had secret clearances. Twice I've had secret clearances and have been a courier of secret information. But I also have had FBI file on my ass since I was 20, 21 years old for political things I was involved in the late 60s. I figure by now they know who I am. I really don't give a fuck. There's nice Larry, there's not so nice. I'm just gonna keep I'm gonna keep being me, and I don't give a fuck because I'm old. You know what I mean? And like you, man, we've been blessed to accomplish so much shit that if neither of us ever touches another musical instrument, we've done shit that's gonna be living for.
I'm good.
And thank you. But I ain't gonna be quiet either, because my mouth is just as important as anybody else's mouth.
Yeah, that's right.
Man, I'm gonna say this again. I never got to go. The week before, the 2 weeks before George Floyd got killed, them racist ass racist motherfuckers ran the Aubrey down and shot that boy in the back like a fucking animal.
Yeah.
When that happened, I got on Facebook. I was ranting and living like a motherfucker. Everybody like, damn, Tony Coleman is going crazy. Why are you mad at this motherfucker just killed that like he did? You ain't got nothing to say about that? And then 2 weeks later, where George Floyd get killed the way he got killed, and the whole world said, fuck that. Mm-hmm. And I've been bitching about this shit forever, man. So for me personally, man, it's personal, because I'm going to tell you something right now. I'm scared to go drive somewhere black at night with one of these racist white motherfuckers cops trying to blow my brains out. Because I'm not going to sit there and take it like that. You're going to have to kill me, man. So I don't give a fuck, man. Because it don't. The important thing for me is I'm going to stand up for what I know is right. And if any motherfucker want to kill me or get mad at me, fuck you, motherfucker. Kiss my ass. I don't care, man. I got something to say, and I'm going to affect as much change about this shit as possible. We gotta change this fucking shit from being okay. We gotta do that. We gotta change it from being okay. John Lewis said, say something. Say something. Say something, man.
Let our music talk. Let our music talk. Let our music talk.
And the people support. Educate our kids, our grandkids, our nieces and nephews. Let's carry this shit forward. You know, so that our knowledge doesn't die. We die. We got to keep it going. I mean, education is not the job of teachers anymore.
I'm not. My attitude is like this. Well, that happened. I heard Waldo say that earlier. Well, I don't think that'll change. Oh, it's gonna change. I got anything to do with it. It's gonna change. Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna change. It's like that shit that's going on in Georgia right now, trying to stop black people from voting. You can talk about Delta Airlines, companies saying that's place in Georgia said, hey, man, that's bullshit. We're going to pull our shit out. And when black people say, ain't buying your shit no more, and we're going to take our money and create our own shit, fuck y'all. Y'all want to stop us from voting? You done made it all where a motherfucker can't even bring you something to drink. And we're just going to be quiet and shut up and dribble? Fuck you. No, man, I ain't going to do it.
That's bad. That's bad.
Like
anyway,
Michael
fellas,
Jackson.
you need to get up off of here, Tony.
With the love. I say it with the love.
Very nice meeting you, man. I hope we talk again sometime. I'm going to keep your email address. When life gets back to being life, I'm sure I will be back to, as Peter Tosh taught me to call it, Germs Mini.
Good to meet you, Larry. Good to meet you, and hopefully, we'll be able to get you over here. Right now we're not having music at all in Germany. Germany is still on lockdown. Ain't nothing happening. I haven't played music, actually, to be truthful about it, since March
of last year.
Right.
Yeah.
So we still fighting it. But anyway, we want to say for everybody that's out there listening to us, if you want to support us, please check us out on PayPal. And from the blues and funk legends, me, Sir Waldo Others, and Tony Coleman, thank you for coming. And we hope to see you next Friday with somebody.
Send Waldo some money, because he does all the work.
Yeah. Good meeting you. See ya later.
God bless you.
Put the gun down! Down! You ain't the judge, your name ain't dread. What the hell is going through your head? You here to serve, honor and protect. You don't need to punish him yet. No rush stuff. If you do, then that's your butt. You go to jail with the ones you abused. I think they got something in mind for you. Do unto others as you did unto them. I think survival will be very slim. Use your head, not your force. Use your head, not your torch. You ain't the judge, your name ain't dread. What the hell is going through your head? You're here to serve, honor and protect. You don't need to punish him yet. You ain't the judge, your name ain't dread. What the hell is going through your head? You're here to serve, honor and protect. You don't need to punish him yet. No one wants to die. We all want to live. Just help us out for this life we live. Don't hate me for my color. That's insane. Come to God. He made us here all the same. People in power going insane. Dropping bombs, but they not the blame. If these people keep doing evil ways, but wait, we got enough land for graves. You ain't the judge, your name ain't dread. What the hell is going through your head? You here to serve, honor and protect. You don't need to punish him yet. You ain't the judge, your name ain't dread. What the hell is going through your head? You here to serve, honor and protect. You don't need to punish him yet. You ain't the judge, your name ain't dread. What the hell is going through your head? You here to serve, honor and protect. You don't need to punish him yet. Your name ain't dread. Go on. Shut up. You ain't the judge. No, you ain't the judge. Shut up. Shut up. You ain't the judge. Your name ain't dread. Shut up. You ain't the judge. Your name ain't dread. What the hell is going through your head? You're here to serve, honor and protect. You don't need to punish him yet. You ain't the judge, your name ain't dread. What the hell is going through your head? You're here to serve. punish him, yes.